What's up, YouTube? It's the boy Yohn back for another food review. We are back on the cheesesteak wave, and we also got a secondary sandwich, the roast pork. We're trying some pig over in Fort Washington, 429 Bethlehem Pike. It's right next to the train station. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. This is the small sandwich. It's a little Italian roast pork sandwich, long hots, broccoli, rabe, all that. Hopefully it's got provolone as well. I'm looking forward to this. First bite coming up. That was straight raw, long hot. I gotta get some of the roast pork at least in the bite. I kind of miss this. The Italian. I haven't had an Italian roast pork sandwich in a while. But I don't know. Like, Philly's known for it. I feel like it's a good sandwich. It's just that the broccoli rabe is like too bitter. Like, I love long hots. Alright, they're a little spicy. But sometimes I feel, depending on how much, and they... Phone down. Sometimes I feel like they just use a little too much broccoli rabe, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. I can't really taste, you know, the pork. It's good ass pork too. We got the cheesesteak, American cheese whiz, ribeye, I believe, fried onions. It looks spectacular. You heard that? That was wet, moist. I already ate a little bit of it, but let's get a first bite. Off rip. Honestly, it's very salty. I thought it was impossible to over salt your steaks. They might have done it here, but that might be the cheese whiz, low key. The steak is well cooked, well seasoned. Onions playing a little role. Can barely taste them. I like what they're doing with the roll here. It's well chopped. Reminds me kind of the old school cheesesteak. Definitely getting some pretty good vibes out of this, John. And it is thick. Pretty big. Okay. Not all that dry, but it could use maybe a little ketchup just to change up the profile of it. Like I said, it's super salty. I don't know what the fuck they put on this to make it this salty. I genuinely don't think I've had a steak like this salty ever. Wow. But at least it ain't dry. Could always be worse. I could be dealing with a flavorless dry steak. Our steak might have a little too much flavor. If I was gonna do a number, I would say it's definitely above average. I'll go low sevens. I'm thinking maybe like a 7.2, that kind of range. I don't think this is like I gotta try the regular steak so I can compare it to like what it tastes like with the cheese whiz, because even a 7.2 seems pretty low. Like, I like a lot of this steak. I like the roll. They did the roll well. They didn't over toast it like, you know, the Carbon Philly blueprint. It isn't over sliced, it isn't over chopped. They did the onions pretty well too. They're a nice dark brown, caramelized. It's just that, like, it's just so weirdly salted. I don't know. That's my only like gripe or complaint with this steak, is how much salt they put on. Outside that, I love it. I think it's great. Like I said, I don't know what they were doing when it came to the salt. I'll be back though, for sure, to try the regular steak. Because I wanted to do something adventurous for y'all today. I never get cheese whiz. The only other time I got cheese whiz for a video, Jim's. And that's because the lady was like, oh yeah, you gotta do it with Cheese Whiz. That's the Jim's way. I was like, all right, bet, say less. So I got the Cheese Whiz. But outside of that, I can't think of a time I got regular Cheese Whiz and not like custom Cheese Whiz. Like, I don't count like Mike's Barbecue Cheese Whiz as like Cheese Whiz, because they make their own like homemade, or like Steve's Cheese Whiz as like Cheese Whiz because they make it in store. I got a second sandwich for you. I had to cleanse the palate. I got the roast pork Italian, just butchered all of that, Italian roast pork sandwich. And this is actually the sandwich I started with before I ran out of storage, but I said, yo, we still got a lot of sandwich left, let's run it back. You got long hots. There were 3 long hots on top, a fucking shit ton of broccoli rabe for some reason, and then the roast pork. Let's do it for the vine. Okay. See, now the sandwich is a lot better to me, because before I was only getting broccoli rabe. I was only getting roast pork. I'm sorry, I was only getting the long hots. If you take off a long hot and a little bit of broccoli rabe, and you can get the roast pork on the underneath, it's a damn good sandwich. But my problem, my gripe, when I first was eating this sandwich is that if you eat it from the top, you're only getting rabe, long hots, no pork. If you eat it from the bottom, you're only getting pork, no long hots, no rabe. So I think they just loaded this sandwich up too much, which is a damn shame, because the roast pork is spectacular. This is top 5 roast pork in Philly for sure. It's just that the rabe, and I mean, maybe I should just stop getting rabe on my sandwiches, because I don't understand why people like broccoli rabe. It's so bitter, it's disgusting. It adds nothing to the sandwich, literally. But with one long hot, there's a little kick, a little spice. The rabe has a little bitterness, and then you got the savoriness of the roast pork. It all works together. I originally gave this sandwich like a 5.5. Now I took the long hot off, we're gonna go 6.9, 6.95. I usually don't give it. I don't want to give it in the 7s, because, like I said, I had to take some of the stuff off. But now that I'm cooking with fire, it's pretty good. Once again, I don't know whose rolls or what bakery they go to, but these are some spectacular rolls. Yeah, that roast pork is killer. I could do that. Just straight roast pork sandwich. A little cheese, a little roll action. I could do that. It doesn't even really need the long hots or the rabe. Those are just additives for me, for real. But just the roast pork alone, yeah. All that. Give me all that. So, this is a Some Pig review. I'll be back. I spent like $30 total. Something like that. 26 maybe. The long hot was the small. The cheesesteak was the large. So I got 2 different size sandwiches if you guys are looking for 2 different sizes. But I think it's worth coming. It was a good sandwich. Or was it an all-world sandwich? No, but it was still good. I liked it. And I'll be back. It's been Yohn, Some Pig Review. See you guys next time.